Hey everybody, it's time for another Xbox 360 cleanup video, and yeah, I got another bin. This is part number 4, and if I'm correct, like there are 2 more bins left after this one though, so we are nearing the end, I guess. We will manage, but before I begin, let's have a sip of my tea. Love it. And yeah, the whole point of this video is actually to go over this bin. I think there should be around like 48 games in there. And yeah, we're gonna make a couple stacks, games that I do want to remove from my collection, and games that I definitely want to keep in my collection, and yeah, maybe some games that I kind of have to go over and think a little bit more about if I'm actually willing to sell them. But yeah, the whole point is to downsize my Xbox 360 collection. I had around like 350 games. Would love it if that number goes down to 250. So far, it is going okay. I am enjoying the process. But yeah, last week's bin was quite difficult to actually yeah, to go over. In the end, like there were 5 games or so that I definitely wanted to sell and remove from the collection. But most of those games that were in that bin were definitely games that I wanted to keep. And you know, that's actually also a very good sign. So that does mean, or that's a sign to me saying like, hey, the games that you actually purchase are games that you really want to play. The first bin though was around like 20 games, and yeah. Anyway, let's see what we will end up with this bin. Update about the bin that I showed in part number 3. I don't know. I think of the 5 games that I selected, I do want to sell them or trade them in. That was Blitz. I have not done it yet today, but we'll likely do that soon. But it was Blitz the League 2. Definitely want to get rid of that one. Samurai Showdown Sen. Also want to get rid of that. Brave. Likely going to trade that in. Because the value is definitely more than what it is going for at the moment. So that's nice. And the Fatal Inertia. Yes, very likely. Likely that I'm gonna sell that one. So nothing has been sold yet, I think, or at least I can't remember. And still no regrets of all the other games that I've sold. For example, like Dead Smells, which is also a good sign. But yeah, let's just get started with this bin, and yeah. Let's just get started. The first one is maybe a bit tricky, or I'm gonna say a lot of people are likely not gonna like what I'm gonna do with this game, and that's Fable. So this is the anniversary edition, you know, in a good condition, with the slip case and or the slip cover, and you know, the game there. Fable. I like Fable. I like Fable on the original Xbox, and this is like a port, like a remaster. It is a very recent pickup, and I was able to pick it up for a very solid price. Already gonna say, I will likely sell this one because it's so unlikely I'm gonna play Fable and this version. I just did not like it when I played it. It's a very recent pickup. But yeah, some games should stay maybe in the past, and I think I would have more fun actually playing the original Xbox game. I still have that one, like the original copy that I actually purchased, and this one, man, no, the first impression was just not great at all. So yeah, Fable, it is also quite expensive, so it's very likely I'm gonna trade this in or sell it. But yeah, it's gonna go. I know people like Fable a lot, but I don't want it in my collection anymore. Not because it's so bad, but the first impression just wasn't that great. The next one though is Darkness 2. Definitely want to keep that one. Warriors Legends of Troy, also a very recent pickup. Happy that this one is part of the collection. It is one of those Dynasty Warrior type of games, and my first impression of this one was actually quite good. I do want to play more of it. And yeah, I think like most of the games that are always on top of the bin are like recent pickups. I mentioned this before, but I don't have any space left to place my games. And that's the whole reason why I'm doing these videos. Not because I hate the Xbox, but I just need more space for other games. But yeah, I stacked like most newer games on top. So these are mostly like we're starting with recent pickups. And so far with most recent pickups, I'm keeping them. But yeah, I don't know why I started talking about that though. Because because I'm picking up games that are on top of the bin, on top of the other games. Red Alert 3, yeah, do want to keep this one. It's maybe not the most exciting game on the 360, but because it's a strategy game and I like Red Alert, I do want to try out like the strategy games at some point on the 360, and there are 3 of them. They're kind of nice. They are kind of nice. Still though, I like the original Red Alert and Command & Conquer, so yeah. And the next one is Crisis 2. Would not mind it if this one is gone. Likely not worth a ton. But yeah, that's the whole thing, man. Like, I'm trying to make space, and like this is taking up space, you know, so that I will likely trade it in just for a couple of euro, and that's it. The next one is Crash Time 3. This is the French version, which is not an issue, but I do feel like I spoke about this before, that the disc is like in a okay state. It has some scratches, but you know what? I like the arcade races on the Xbox 360. I don't like Crash Time. So I'm gonna put it on the maybe pal, or it's now on the stack that's similar to like the or that's where Fable resides. So kind of think it going to think it over, but it's very likely it's gonna go. Well, already mentioned like Red Alert 3. This is the Tiberium Wars Command & Conquer. Yeah, I will keep this one. This might actually be a bit difficult bin as well. Blood Drive. Yeah, I will keep this one. It's a very uncommon game, and I like it. Zombies, and it's a mix between like Twisted Metal and just like an arcade. No, I was gonna say like an arcade racer, but more like an arcade-ish type of game. Yeah, it's a very uncommon game, and yeah, I'll keep this one. I like those weird titles on the Xbox 360. See, maybe this is like a worse game than Fable, but I appreciate something like this more than a Fable Anniversary Edition. I don't know why, because it's just fascinating. Brutal Legend, yeah, I will keep this one. I like the beginning of this game. When it came out, I think I do have it on the PlayStation 3. I don't like the second half of that game. You know what? Never played the second half, because when I knew what the second half was, I was like, no, that is not what I want to play. Brink. Is this not like more a multiplayer type of game or deal? Like, there's no single player, correct? Or if there is, like, no. This is gonna go in the Crisis 2 stack. Probably not worth a ton of money. The following is The Bourne Conspiracy. Yeah, I will keep this one. It's a fun action game, and Also not too expensive if I'm correct. And it is quite decent. I know I say decent a ton. When I say decent, it's like between a 6 or a 7.5. This is a keeper. Bomberman Act Zero. What were they thinking? It's just, this is kind of like in the same ballpark as a what was the Blood Drive game? More like, yeah, it's Xbox. Burnout Paradise. It's a fantastic game, but this is not the complete edition. So that's definitely the better version. I don't know what the correct like name is for that completed edition, but that has the DLC. I'm gonna say I got this on a different console, so I wouldn't mind if this goes, but also this is one of those type of games that's between like 1 and 5 euros. So trade-in fodder, probably. Burnout Revenge, yeah, this one is not gonna go. This is a very good version of Burnout Revenge. I love Burnout. I really like Burnout 1 and 2 even on the GameCube. Fantastic games. Burnout 1 is super cool. Yeah, Call of Duty 2. I will keep it. I liked the single player campaigns back then for the Call of Duty games. Now we have Call of Duty 3. Don't know for sure if I've played that one. Black Ops. Kind of want to check out Black Ops. Black Ops is not available on the PlayStation 4, correct? Black Ops 4 is and 3, but not like the prior versions. World of War, never played it, but do want to play like the single player campaign. I do want to say those are pretty good. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare. I will keep this. Yes. Modern Warfare 3. Yeah. I will keep it. Modern Warfare 2. At some point you kind of have to also let a couple of games go. Like 2 and 3 are just kind of fascinating because that's more like the early stage of like Call of Duty. And I lost track after like Modern Warfare 1 and 2. I like Black Ops because it is a bit different, more action heavy, and not saying that Modern Warfare does not have like any action at all, but it's not that realistic, and it's also me not saying that Modern Warfare is realistic. Black Ops has that sci-fi, not realistic at all scenario type of thing going on. I hope that you know what I mean. Chronicles of Riddick, yeah, this is a keeper. I would say Riddick is actually a shelf-worthy type of game. And also this is a pretty good game because it has like the Escape from Butcher Bay, which came out on the original Xbox. The Club, it's an arcade type of game, not that expensive. Like selling this one or trading it in is not worth anything at all. It's a Sega game, so it's kind of like arcadey. Do want to check it out at some point. Colin McRae Dirt 2, I like rally games. So yeah, likely to keep. I just made a new stack. Condemned, yeah, this is a keeper. I really like Condemned, and I do want to say this is the original copy that I had when I purchased it, like during like the launch or when that one came out. Yeah, the next two are also keepers, and me saying next two, you already know what the second one is, but Crackdown, it's pretty cool. Never had a chance to actually play it. I do know this one is backwards compatible and playable in 4K and enhanced and whatever. Yeah, it's a weird one with Crackdown. That, you know, when it came out, I don't know why I did not play it, but this is definitely my kind of jam, like a game that I would love to play. I played it for like a couple of hours when when I got it again, but I don't know what it is, why I stopped playing it every time. But yeah, at some point I need to check it out. And now we do have like Crackdown 2. I know this is not the like the first one is better than 2, but I will keep that one. Yeah, this bin is difficult. Adventure Time. This is the Explore the Dungeon because I don't know. I love Adventure Time, and yeah, I do want to get like all the Adventure Time games. Very happy that I was able to get this one. It's also a Way Forward title. I like Way Forward as a studio. And yeah, it's kind of like a dungeon RPG type of light Zelda type of game, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and yeah, I like Adventure Time. Then we do have The Secret of the Nameless Kingdom. Also gonna keep this one. It's also Way Forward, and I'm not sure. Like, it's probably not just solely developed by Way Forward, but yeah. I'm missing the Adventure Time. The is with they got the Looking Glass on the cover. I'm not sure what the title is, but there's a third Adventure Time on the Xbox 360. Would like to have that one as well on the 360 at some point if I see it. Alan Wake. I will keep this question mark. Because yeah, there's the remastered version. This is also my original copy that I purchased when Alan Wake came out. And I should play Alan Wake at some point. I don't know what it is. Like after like 2 hours or so, or after the intro, I'm like, yeah, this is cool. I need to check it more. Still need to check like Alan Wake 2, just eyeing like the physical copy for the PlayStation 5 when that is like around like €30 or so. Would love to play that one as well, and maybe I should play this one before that, but I got the PlayStation 4 version. I need to check the price. Like, I don't think this is like an expensive game, but I'm gonna put it in the likely to remove from the collection. So this one is now on top of Colin McRae 2 or Dirt 2. This system that I don't know. I don't know about the system. How I selected games. Anyway, we will do. The next one. This is gonna break the system. It is Aliens, Colonial Marines. I like Aliens. The Alien vs Predator on the Xbox 360 is a very nice game. It's above decent. This one is below decent, but I do want to check it out at some point. And I will likely not enjoy it for a bit. But also, it is not that expensive. So I will keep it. I will keep it for now because it is Aliens, but yeah. Army of Two. This was a birthday present, and is there even like a receipt in there? No, there's not. It might actually be fun nowadays. Back then, like no, because you had so many type of similar games. Army of Two, you do have like the Devil's Cartel and another one. I do want to say those are better. It is not an expensive game. It's very funny getting this game as a birthday present. And it was still like expensive. Anyway. I will keep it for now, but I will keep it for now. Listen, I'll keep it for now, but the whole thing is that after we're done with all the bins, I will definitely comb over like all the bins again just to see like this one should actually go as well, and especially if I'm not able to clear out just one bin. Because yeah, I do want to get like the amount of games down to 250. because I just want to have maybe 2 empty bins. And so far there's no empty bin yet, which is an issue. So yeah, I will likely go over all the games again, not on the video. Or maybe I will do it on a video, but that's just gonna be really quick. But yeah, something like an Army of Two might actually be removed like at a later stage. Anarchy Reigns, I will keep this one. Also got this one secondhand, and the DLC codes were still working because that was for Bayonetta. And yeah, it's not like specifically like a single player type of game. There's some single player elements, but it's more like a multiplayer game. But I do want to keep this one in the collection. Now, Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna say I'm gonna actually check right now what the trade-in value is of an Assassin's Creed 1 game. Not found. Let's see. If I trade this in at CEX, Assassin's Creed Xbox, what will I get? A while ago I scanned the game and they said like, no, we're not even accepting this game anymore. 90 cents. Yeah, you know, it's okay. That's more than I was actually anticipating. I saw some games there for 20 cents or so. I think Skyrim is like 40 cents. It's now on the Dirt 2 Alan Wake pile. Because I like having the Assassin's Creed games, but it is so unlikely I'm ever gonna play an Assassin's Creed game anytime soon. Very unlikely. Wait. Well, this is gonna make up my mind, so yeah, we're definitely gonna remove one of these. Likely. Oh, so there's no manual in here, so but there's one in here, but that is not specifically like a classics manual. So yeah, I will make another stack. Just like, hey, I need to check out those games, but one is gonna go. Then we do have Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. If I'm gonna play a game like an Assassin's Creed game, it would probably be Brotherhood, because that's, I'm gonna say, one of the better Assassin's Creed games. Then we do have Assassin's Creed 3 and Black Flag. And we do have Revelations. I don't know what it is with Assassin's Creed. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like it from a certain perspective. They are not valuable at all. I'm gonna put this at the Assassin's Creed stack. I'm gonna check the prices. I wouldn't mind if these go. Not at all. Not at all. No, I would not mind. Then we do have Band Hero. I will keep this one because I do like the Guitar Heroes on the Xbox 360, and yeah, for the 360 I got like 2 guitars, and also for the PlayStation 2. But you know, if the version is like on the Xbox, I rather play it like on the Xbox. Yeah. Don't have to say too much about Band Hero. It's maybe not like the best Guitar Hero game, but I like having these games, especially because they're fun. And then we have Banjo-Kazooie, Nuts and Bolts. Really never played it, but I should at some point. Is that actually playable on that Rare collection on the Xbox One? No, I don't know. I should check that. Battlefield 3? It could go, but it's very unlikely I will get a ton of money for Battlefield 3, but I like Battlefield 3. I like Bad Company 2 a ton. I liked 4 for a bit. I got all the original cases still for the PC games. Like the Normandy, the secret one, like with the secret weapons, and got like the DLC, like the expansions. I like Battlefield, but after 4, during 4 they kind of lost me, and after 4 especially with like unlocking things, and it became too much of a Call of Duty or more leaning into the realism. I don't know, man, like I lost faith in Battlefield. And this is like, this one has like single player, correct? But it's so unlikely I'm ever gonna play this one again. I like the memories of this one. That is why I still have like Bad Company 2 on the PlayStation 3, because that's the version that I played the most. I will check the trade-in value, and really, to be honest, I wouldn't mind if I get like 90 or €1 for this. It is taking up space. It is taking up space, and yes. Arkham City, Batman, I'll keep this one. And same goes for Arkham Origins. Because yeah, I don't think they got a port, correct? And then yeah, we have 5 more games left to go. Bayonetta, I will keep this one. I like the first Bayonetta. I played it, or do own it on the PlayStation 3 if I'm correct. But yeah, the 360 version is better. And I do have it on the Switch though, like digital. Would love the physical version, but that only came out like in as a NTSC one. Yeah. No, I will keep this. I will keep that one. Yeah, for sure. And the BioShock Oblivion, this one is a heavy boy. Because it has like 2 discs and 2 manuals, I guess. You know what? This one should probably go. It is also likely not that expensive, and it's a fun collection. It's a very good collection. But I do have the BioShock collection, and I already have like a loose copy of like Oblivion. So this is gonna go on top of like Battlefield 3. BioShock Infinite. This one is also in the collection, correct? Because it's like BioShock 1, 2, and then Infinite. I should check like the trade-in value. It is very likely it's gonna go. Bionic Commando. Yes, I like it. I will keep it. Such a fascinating title. Fascinating title. Weird titles, and also not that expensive. And I like Bionic Commando, the NES version, for quite a bit. And then Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. Never really played this one. Funny story. At one point in my life, I was in Akihabara, Tokyo, at one of those arcade halls, and I think one of the first 2 like Blaze Blues was like playable in an arcade, and I was just thinking, oh, I will just play it and check it out. You're in an arcade, and I didn't know that you would play against someone else in the arcade, because you know, there were 2 arcades, you know, besides each other, like opposite, you couldn't see. But yeah, apparently I was playing against someone else, and I sucked at it. But they were so confused what I was doing, so I actually won the first round. But then they looked over and they were like, "Oh, that's why you're playing like weird." And then they kicked my ass, rightfully so. Blaze Blue. I'm gonna think it over. This is in the Crash Time 3 and Fable stack, because I like the fighting games, but one of the things that I did notice though with the fighting games is that I lean a bit more into like the Street Fighter and the Capcom games, and these are fun, but very unlikely I'm ever gonna play Blaze Blue, Because if I'm gonna play a fighting game, it's one of those on the like the Switch collections or the ones that are on the PlayStation 4. And again, the whole point is to clean up this mess. So yeah, got 3 stakes that, no, 4 actually, that I'm gonna go over. So the first one is Alan Wake and Dirt 2. Just need to check like the value, if that feels like okay-ish. If like Alan Wake is trading value for €1, like I'm likely to keep it. And it's probably also not that expensive like to sell. So these should be trade-ins, but it really depends on like the value again. And Alan Wake, I got the PlayStation 4 remaster, and do want to get like the PlayStation 5 version of Alan Wake 2. So those two, you know, kind of combine together, and I don't need it on the Xbox. And then finally, I do need to check like the trade-in value for these ones, but that's BioShock Infinite, the BioShock Oblivion one, Battlefield 3, Burnout Paradise, Brink. This is probably like not worth anything at all. And Crysis 2. And well, likely to sell, but need to check like the value as well. But yeah, these are probably not like trade-ins. But yeah, it's Fable, the Anniversary. It's a very clean copy. But again, I already said it's unlikely, very unlikely I'm gonna play these. The Fable games on the 360. Crash Time 3, no manual on the disc, is not like in a good state. And Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger. And then finally, we do have like all the Assassin's Creed games. Might keep maybe 1 or 2, like the first one, and maybe like Brotherhood. But yeah, it's Revelations, Brotherhood, Black Flag, Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed, Assassin's Creed. Black Flag is also available on the PlayStation 4, correct? Now I'm not sure if I actually own that version. Assassin's Creed, like, it's not my jam. It's not my jam. So that is actually gonna do it. Yeah, thanks all for watching, and do let me know if you kind of agree with the stacks and the games that I want to keep. Oh, I might actually go over some of the Call of Duty games as well, because it's just so many. I might keep, you know, final thing. So if I were to keep something from the Call of Duty games, it might actually, I might actually remove like Modern Warfare 2, 3, and the first one. I know, shocking, fantastic games. But if I'm gonna play like a single player campaign, it's likely World of War, Black Ops, Call of Duty 3, and 2. But yeah, I will check like the value for those games. It's probably not like a ton, but the whole point is clean it up, and I need an empty bin. I need it. I'm not gonna buy a new empty bin. I need to use the bins that I have. Yes, because you know what? Because buying a new bin, I could use that money to buy a game. So there you have it. So yeah, after this bin, we did 4 now. We have 2 bins that remain. So yeah, next week there's another cleanup video. Apologies if you're tired of these videos, but I need to do this now before I start doing like pickup videos again, because there are some games that I've picked up and really want to show. Not a ton, but games that make me happy. I really feel like one of those Marie Kondo videos. Does this like make me happy? Does this make me like smile, and do I feel like sparkles? do I feel sparkles with this? No, not really. So yeah, next week we're gonna Marie Kondo another bin. So until then, have a nice day. Thanks all for watching, and also thanks for all the likes and subscribes in the last couple of weeks. Highly appreciate it. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.